Welcome everyone. We're just about to do a coaching session for Toaster. I'm new, but do you sell coaching? So I've got a team that do coaching. I never personally, I try and get this across because I want to look like a really good person. I never personally sell coaching or takeovers. I do it for free, but only when I'm streaming. I've got a team of people at HH Gaming who are probably better at the game than I am, and they do paid takeovers. Yeah, I make sure the people there are top notch. So you can do that at this link here if you want to. But what I would suggest is, like, that's cool to do that, but watching coaching on something like this should give you a lot of the answers that you need anyway. It's not totally specific to you, right? But a lot of the same points would work for you in a lot of these coaching things. Right, let's jump onto Toaster's account then. Let's do this. So looking for help with Hydra, level 20 to 25 dungeons, clan boss team for spirit affinity, faction wars. Right, we'll see how we get on with that. Okay, Toaster, so level 75. Let's have a look round. We're on Cleopteryx rewards, so over 270 days in. What's funny, right? I mean, the benchmark, we've seen two different accounts today. We've seen Jacques, who's played for 2 years, and his Great Hall's nowhere near this, or it's probably about the same as this. And then we've seen Karam just now, Mr. Flex, whose Great Hall has probably got the same investment of this, and he's played for 100 days. I guess it shows what someone who is all in playing this game fully versus someone who's playing the game actively versus someone who's kind of like a passive player. Yeah, that's the difference here. But that's not a bad Great Hall, I think. But it's not a nutty one. Let's have a quick look then what we've got going on. Few legendaries. Got Sifi in there, nice. Lady Kimmy. Lady Kimmy's value is going up, in my opinion. Solus as well. Got a couple of Void Legos from Paul's, nice. Draco in the mix. Yulku, Morley. Yeah, Shoal, good champions here. Got his Geo. Double Dimitha. Got more legendaries down here as well, just chilling. And more. Constantine. Damn, we got some good champs on this account. Really good poor champs. So let's have a quick look at some builds then. Sifi, quick, tanky, good build. Arb, quick, pretty tanky. No accuracy, but not necessarily required. Solus, quite fast. This is a weird Solus build, I'll be honest. What is the purpose of this Solus? Just a Hydra's Provoker? Is that what we're using Solus for here? Doom Tower, Control. Do you know that Solus is like one of the hardest hitters in the game? He is feeling underloved right now in terms of potential. I get it though. I get what you're using him for. But you've got a Sifi setup. I would throw some at least 100% crit rate him. It's like he's walking down the street naked. He can't believe it. He's like that. Where's my pants? He could do with a little bit of love. I get the build. I get what you're saying. I think you could achieve both things. You could be provoking whilst also giving him some sort of balls. Ultimate Death Knight not built yet. Larry the Lucky needs a new home. Candy, another damage dealer. Let's see what this one's like. Better, not crit capped. Is this your main damage dealer? We want to be getting those crits up to 100%, mate. 100%. Salad's your damage dealer. Okay. We want to be getting those crit rates up to 100%. Ideally. But not terrible. It's not terrible build. That's what we've got going on here. Lady Kimmy, quick, good accuracy. I like it. Seal, good accuracy, quick, good for Doom Tower. Looks nice. Accuracy, good damage. This is a good Draco build. Okay, so builds are not bad. There's room for improvement, but builds are generally not bad. Geo, fast, good accuracy. Oh, okay. This is a... I don't know if you're using your Geo right now. This build can be loads better. We want reasonable speed. We want strong accuracy. And then we want a tank. I do not want to be seeing attack built into my artifacts. I want to be seeing defense and HP. All of his damage comes from being hit and his passive kicking in. His damage is not him hitting people. That's not the way this champion works. He is a boss killer if he is alive and if he lands his ability. So he's quite unique in the way you build him because you actually build him as an absolute tank I knew I was going to see this. As soon as I saw the stats, I was like, he's got to be wearing crit damage gloves. His A2 smacks, like, who cares though, Safra? Honestly, it doesn't smack if he's dead. I wouldn't. Look, again, if you've got a full Great Hall and you've got loads of stats and you've got brilliant gear, yeah. But for most players, build him as a tank. But yeah, we don't want to see crit damage gloves here. We want to see HP or defense percent gloves, probably HP percent with speed and accuracy on it. We don't want to be seeing attack percent chest. We want to be seeing HP or defense percent chest. Yeah. And then speed on your boots. So the sets are good. Accuracy, yeah, we want to see more accuracy, great. But we want him to be a tank. Okay, let's go back to questions here. So you're looking for progression through dungeons, 20 up to 25. Let's look at the main. It should always be where you start. So you're already doing 25 dragon. Fine, that looks good. Don't need anything better there if you're already doing it. Spider, this is going to be an important one. So you've got 11-second main team. Great. So the only way you change this from a level 20 to 25 is basically you bring in a burner. You've got Kyuku here. I guess you've got an ACOF, have you? Managed to get an ACOF or another one. Oh, you've got a Mordecai. Yeah, so this Mordecai can do the job. If you've got an ACOF, ACOF does the job. Basically, a couple of cold hearts, a reset champion. There's quite a lot of videos out on this style of team now. You're basically burning, controlling the spider. Quite an easy one to do it. If you've got Walking Tomb, they'll do it as well. Did you have Walking Tomb? Didn't see Walking Tomb. But you basically have 2 cold hearts doing turn meter control. I think maybe even 3. I think it's 2. 1 champion doing full enemy control, like provoke or freeze or stun or whatever. You have 1 champion doing your burn, and then you reset it and you go again. Reset, go again. So yeah, Achak is the kind of common one used, yeah. Do you have an Achak? You don't need it. Oh, you do have an Achak as well. Brilliant. So yeah, level 50 would be fine. Level 50 would be fine because everyone's frozen up. They're not doing anything, right? And it's a super easy level 25 or 24 strat. And you'll do it in no time. It's like a less than 1 minute farm. Very easy. For Finite then, let's have a look how you're doing there. Okay, good. So you moved up a couple of levels. If we were looking at like a 25 team, the law, I like it. Yes, I like it. This is a damage build anyway. I probably would like to see maybe Draco coming in to allow you to nuke the waves down. Pretty much the idea with Finite when you get to later levels is, can you do enough to let a law do the job? That's pretty much it. So can you get through the waves without her dying so that when you get to the boss, she can turn me to control the boss? And with someone like a Cold Heart, even better. Good speed, got enough accuracy. Not quite crit capped, not far off. This build's fine. This build would probably be fine. So yeah, so that build's okay. This team might just straight up do it. I don't know, honestly. This team might just straight up be able to beat later levels. I feel like Sifi's not really doing much. No, for 25, she doesn't need crit cap. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I mean, maybe I would be like, bam, at least give me drop defense and weaken for my damage to then get through the waves. And he's also pretty damn good for the main boss. Sears the other good option. Yeah, fair point. Sear coming in with buffage is another good way of just clearing waves. Yeah, true. You actually end up doing, maybe you do keep Sifi in at that point for the buffs. Or you bring in like Archmage. I can't remember the exact team. There's something like this. You still need to drop defense though, don't you? Can't remember the exact team actually. There's something along these lines with a reset going on. But I don't know, if you use the optimizer, you'll be able to find it. There's a team along the lines of this that do the job. But who comes out for the reset? Is it, maybe it's not with High Cocoon. I thought it was though. You basically bring a reset champion in here, like a Renegade. If you've got one. I'm sure you've probably got one somewhere. But anyway, yeah, this sort of team would work better. I would suggest getting into the optimizer. In fact, let's just quickly load it up. So for those who haven't seen it, the optimizer has got a team suggestion part to it. Every time you kind of log into someone's account, like this is now a Toaster's account rather than my own, go into team optimizer, and then you look for the area that you're looking to try and beat. So Finite, stage 25, suggest team, and then click by the fastest, and then increase the success rate to like 98% or something. Make sure there's a decent amount of battles. Apply filter. Yeah, here you go. So this is the team exactly the team I was just talking about on the top. So you look at the variations of it, full details, and it'll tell you how these champions are built to achieve those times. And it might be that the top ones you just can't do. You can look at other variations and kind of go down, and you'll start to find some easier ones to build, but they'll be a bit slower because they're not as strong. Yeah, and then you end up kind of finding the one that you want. But this would be definitely something for you to get your finite game on. But the optimizer is awesome for this because it gives you like a full breakdown of what's going on, what you need. Also tells you the masteries you want to be running on them. This is where you start specializing your teams to do a job. Rather than people running in like 4 or 5 different teams, it's like, right, this is my finite team. Yeah, and I think you're kind of at that stage now where you should be doing that with a lot of your stuff. So I think we'd cover one other thing, and then we're going to call it a night there. Let's have a quick look at your points. Clan boss team against Spirit. Okay, let's see what your clan boss team is right now. Spirit Affinity, for a lot of people, can be a bit of a nightmare. So you're running a 2-key. Okay, easy. Easy fix for you. You've got Dimitha. You just want to basically be running a team with... What's her face? What's her name? What is that lovely high elf called? Eris. I knew someone in the stream would be like, Eris. Yeah, Eris team. Yeah, so Eris makes this comp affinity friendly. Yeah, so I think it's Mythair is the easier one to build. Build yourself a Mythair, and suddenly affinity goes away. You auto them all. You 2-key them all. No problem. Bifu as well, yeah. There's different variations. Again, you can use the optimizer. So we could do that. We could go into here and be like, right, I want a clan boss team against Ultra Nightmare. Suggest team. I want to see someone that's doing at least, I don't know, 40 million damage or something against Spirit. By the filter, and it will come out with the different ones. This is the comp that we're looking for. This one does 75 mil damage. So we can do it by maximum damage and basically find the comp that you want. But this is basically what you want here. It's the Dimitha, Seeker, Eris, and then 2 fillers. And there's tons of videos on it. You'll be able to find the right thing for you, but this will be a good comp to get. Doom Priest can work as well, but I mean, I don't think that's the answer for you. Speeds are too high, are they? If the speeds are too high for you and you're just looking for something in the meantime, then Doom Priest is a good answer. You just need to make sure that when you're in your speed tune, she's the person who goes first in your team. Yeah, so if you put it into a Deadwood calculator, she needs to be the champion that's always at the top when it's your turn. Otherwise, it actually doesn't work. First thing I'd look at is how fast is your Arbiter? 312. How fast is your Sifi? 238. Like, you know, can you achieve the speeds? That's the question. Not speeds are too high for me. Can you achieve the speed that you need to do that comp? If you can, the speeds are not too high for you. Yeah, because Clan Boss is absolutely the thing to nail, and you don't want days where you're not nailing it. So I would say that's the thing you sort first. So what would you need to be? 315 speed on a Dimitha. So unglyphed, you've got 309. If you was to throw, I don't know what your glyphs look like, but let's say you were to +3 with glyphs, 311. So you are very close, actually. Yeah, very close. And, you know, that's without doing any type of work. Like, do you have banners with speed on that are not rolled? Yeah, you don't have a lot of silver, but bam. Double speed roll. 1. That's not too bad. Yeah, all of a sudden, you might have a faster banner. Yeah, or whatever. Like, do you have speed gear with speed substats that you've not rolled? And you're like, bam, double roll. Not bad. You know what I mean? Like, you've got gear here that might get you there. Sitting here, right here, unrolled. Just double roll it. Roll it to 8, cost you nothing. Just roll it to 8 and see if it's changing what's going on. Okay, Toaster, I think we're going to leave it there. Hopefully that was helpful, my friend. But yeah, good looking account. Loads that can be done. But yeah, just got to kind of keep the grind, man. Should I farm Fine Art or Dragon? I mean, yeah, probably keep going on Dragon for a bit and a fair amount of Spider, I would say. Get those accessories piling up.